Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel today. Happy weekend. I have my third share for Anna's Craft cupboard using the awesomely, fantastically great, I love it, Head in the Clouds collection designed by Shamel Lane for American Crafts. This is the page that I have created, and it is another messy one. I'm just showing you here the acrylic title that I'm using. That is one of the brand new pieces from Anna's Craft Cupboard's new little company called um, Annabellish, I think. I've gone completely blank. I will make sure all the links and everything in the blog post, and I will link directly from my in the description box to that category in the store. Lots of really cool acrylic titles. If you didn't catch someone that said he is not perfect, but he is mine. I had originally thought of using it on a layout with one of my little guys, but I was like, I can't use it for one of them. That doesn't make any sense. And then I was like, one, how can I use it for one? And I was like, hey, I've only got one husband, thank God. But I can use it for that. And the title piece inspired the story I wanted to tell. I'm actually scrapbooking a photo from December just gone. Hubby and I were out on his work Christmas party, and without going into all the things haven't been all rainbows and unicorns and sunshine, um, and I just wanted to document that. So with this title piece in mind, I kind of went, you know what, this layout is going to be about us choosing each other every single day, because essentially that's what you do in a marriage, right? You choose each other every day, and you choose to stay committed, and you choose the good with the bad, with the hard, with the easy. And so that's essentially what my journaling is talking about. A bit more personal than that, but that's why it is hidden on a tag behind my photo. While I've been rambling, you missed me doing my background. I'm working on some white textured American Crafts cardstock. I have done nothing to my background at all. Nothing. Like there's no gesso or anything on it. I spritzed it with water before I did do anything, and then I sprinkled my Lindy's Magical Shaker in Black Forest Black, just over where I'd spritz the water. I added water, I used my heat tool, I added more magical powder. This stuff, like, it really is magical. I love the effect you get. It's not fantastic to see on this screen, or it might be because you have a bigger view, but with the Black Forest Black you get all of the beautiful colours of the rainbow. I love it. If you just activate it just a little bit instead of making it completely watery and runny, then you get this beautiful effect of all the colours. And with that I was like, yeah, I can pull on any colour that I want. My black title's not going to get lost. And so that's what I decided to do. I wanted to bring in a little bit more pink, and so I have used a stencil from my stash and some pink colour paste as well. I've just done that randomly around my page design, knowing that my photo is probably going to end up on the left, and my like title underneath that with the castle. So I was determined to get that castle onto this page. You'll see that it doesn't get on there. And so I've just kind of put my paste behind where all that was going. Pop that aside to dry, and I'm just working on some layers here. I had fussy cut those clouds from another pattern paper from the project pad for another project, which I obviously didn't use, but I was like, hey, I'm going to add them here. It's funny, the background kind of represents clouds, like a stormy sky, I guess, is kind of how I started to think about it. Not that I'm all about actual meaning to this kind of stuff, but that was kind of how looking at the page makes me feel. Yeah, strange. But anyway, so I'm using a couple of other papers from the project pad to add a couple more layers. Again, I have used that awesome holographic rainbow mermaid tail print, and I can't cut straight, but you get to watch me again flip it so that it's going the correct way for my brain. And I've also layered that with a bit with some of the pink cardstock from the project pad as well, the lighter pink. decided to pull in a doily from my stash. I'm just going to layer this up. I put some cardboard between my layers just for a little bit of dimension and shadows. Thought about adding in the other half of that doily and ended up very quickly going, nope, not going to happen. Now I've got dimension behind my photo, and this is where I run into a little bit of trouble, but that's okay. I troubleshoot and I come out good at the other end. You can see here I'm trying to work out how I'm going to make it all fit. You can kind of see there with the castle the dimension that I've got happening, and I'm like, oh, I'm not loving this. I'm really not loving it. And there ends up being even more dimension as well. So I'm gonna, what am I doing? Oh, my stuff wasn't dry in the background, so I dried that off properly. Then I decided, after adding all my stuff back on, that I needed to add a bit more of the pink hearts. So I'm just doing that. Pop that aside to dry. Now what I've done here is I've used one of the cut apart sheets from the project pad and cut one of the 3x4 cards out, cut it into a tag shape, and I have made a little pocket for that behind my photo, and that is where my journaling is. I think I've already filled my journaling in, and I've moved my doily up and put my journaling at the bottom. I decided that I wanted a little bit of something else on this page, so I have grabbed the darker pink cardstock. You can see I literally just hacked at two sides of my background, my white cardstock, and then I have roughed that up with my distress tool. Where the curls are, I have also spritzed that with some water to make the paper a bit softer to curl easier. I'm going to go back in and add some more distressing, add some more like rolly bits, and I'm really happy with how this ends up looking. I did go back around with my tacky glue to make sure that was all stuck down properly. And now I think I'm going to start assembling my page. Oh, back to the castle. Back to the castle. So you can see I've peeled off the freezer paper off the back of that, and then I stick it to my photo and I try to get it off. I'm like, ah! And I cannot get that sticker residue off. I can't do it. So I do end up reprinting my photo. That's okay. You can see though with my castle there, I can't get my title to work. I'm not happy with it. I'm moving it all around. Try it on the photo. I try it off the photo. I try the castle again. I take the castle out. I move it further under. I move it up. I move it down. And I just end up going, okay, this is not going to work for me. You can see I'm going, what am I going to do here? How am I going to make this work? So I decide to stick my photo down, I think. Yep, I'm sticking my photo down, making sure I've got that in the right place. I'm like, okay, I'm going to put my title here. And then I was like, I'm sure that I have another castle somewhere. I'm sure there is another smaller castle somewhere in this project pad or in my ephemera or something. So I went through everything and I found it again on the cut apart sheet. I've cut that castle out from the 3x4 card. It's a better size. It fits better in the space that I want it to take up. And that's what I'm going to use. I wanted to bring a bit more of that darker pink. So I'm wearing red in the photo, and then we've got the pink in the background, and then the pink as the back layer as well. And I just wanted to bridge that gap. So you can see on the left hand side there, I actually pulled out all of my pink sprays, and I did a sample of all of the colours I thought would work, and I ended up picking a Hydro Swap Colour Shine in Sweet Cherry. That colour was the best match to the pink that I had used, which surprised me. I thought it would be more of a ruby colour, but it was almost an exact match to this pink cardstock. So I was like, yep, that's the one I'm going to go with. So I sprinkled that all across the background, and then I used my paper towel to pick up the excess. I'm using my Scotch tacky glue to adhere my title and my T-square ruler to make sure that is straight. And I'm going to use my ATG as a weight. I found this roll of foam tape. I'm like, hey, I may as well use it. It's here. So I have popped up the castle on the tape, and I'm going to adhere a little cluster of clouds at the top behind the castle, and then I'm going to stick that down. You may have noticed that a drink appeared to my right. I was scrapbooking on a Friday or a Saturday night, and my husband very kindly, well, no, I think he was out. I got it for myself. It was either vodka and Coke Zero, or it was a Black Russian. Either way, there's vodka and Coke Zero involved. Anyway, I am just sticking all my bits down. Because I've got all that stuff in the background, I am using my tacky glue. That way I know everything's going to stick. I messed around with this little cluster for way too long. Got there in the end. What am I doing now? So I've got this little tiny offcut. I was like, where can I use that? I was like, I don't have any of that darker colour up here. I'm going to add it in. I think that's me done. I've added some twine, giving you a bit of a close-up, and that is my page complete. So I'm really happy with how this one turned out. Like I said, I will leave a link in the description box below for these awesome titles. There's so many to choose from. I love them. And obviously there will be links to the Anna's Craft Club blog, to my blog, to all of the things in the description box below. As always, thank you ever so much for stopping by. I really do appreciate it. Why not leave me a comment and say hi? I'd love to know, how much scrapping have you managed to do so far this year? We're officially halfway through the first month, so yeah, start a conversation with me, and I will be back again very soon with another share. Have a fantastic day.